You're listening to Fat Cat Radio, a family of hosts playing the best local music, raising the bar one note at a time.
Let's get your fucking toes actually on the...
Tonight on the Big Rich and Little Lisa show, we will be talking about a local man who broke into a home only to steal some snack cakes. We also have several other stories, including Joe Biden, Oprah Winfrey, and a little bit more Hollywood entertainment gossip brought to you by your favorite little girl, Lisa. And this week, we all have a special spotlight on an independent artist that has never been heard anywhere else, but right here on FCR247.com, Fat Cat Radio. All right, well, girl, start us out with something good to eat.
Okay, well, I don't know if you've heard or not, or if you've even tried it, but KFC has decided to make a fried chicken and donut sandwich.
Shut your mouth.
No, and it's going nationwide offering at all the KFCs. You heard me correct. It is a donut sandwich. It's like 2 Krispy Kreme donuts with a piece of fried chicken in between the glazed donuts, costing around $5.99.
I think that's probably going to cost more towards $5,999 because that's going to give everyone heart attacks and cardiovascular issues.
Are you thinking like calories? I'm talking money-wise. No, I'm just playing. Anyways,
6,000 calories. Too.
If you're not feeling the sandwich, you can ask for their chicken donut basket. It's around $5.49. If it's something that sounds appealing, I would suggest that you hurry to your local KFC and get it. It's only supposed to be offered until around March 16th.
Okay. Well, I see. I can see that happening. You know, they had the whole chicken and waffle craze there for a while with the syrup. So I see, chicken, sweet, savory, with that crunchy, salty. But man, Krispy Kreme donuts and KFC.
Well,
Lord, put me in the grave now.
Right. Well, before I come on the show, I had to try. I mean, who am I going to be to be able to talk?
Did you get one?
So I went and got one.
No.
Shout out to the KFC on Harrison and Shawnee, Oklahoma. I went and got one. On Friday night, I went and got one.
No wonder you're over there eating like, guys, I barbecued special today, and I had a nice barbecue. We did steaks, chicken. We had garlic butter shrimp, asparagus, fresh corn on the cob that I smoked. And she's over here, Big Rich, I can't eat no. Now I get it because you done ate 2 donuts and a piece of fried chicken before you came over.
It was on Friday.
Oh, okay. I thought it was tonight.
But we both know that I've been trying to lose weight. And so after eating that Friday, like I had to try not to eat as much yesterday and again today because I feel like all those calories, I don't get nothing to eat really the next 2 days. But it was good.
Yeah, all joking aside, I want to know, how did it taste?
It was really good. The only thing that I would criticize probably, and I don't know if maybe it made a difference that it was after 8 p.m. when I got it.
Right.
There was a lot of glaze on the donuts. I mean, it was super, super sweet. It felt like when they dipped their donuts that maybe they needed to put up on a baker's rack for a little bit to kind of drip. Other than that, I mean, I cut it in half and shared half of it with a friend. So.
I love it. That's good. We need some gossip. The fans are out here, man. I'm getting a message right now. They're like, where's the Lisa's gooey gossip? Right there. That's coming. Hey, that's coming in from Big Mama. She's like, donuts and chicken sounds great. But hey, Little Lisa, I need the scoop. What's going on around the world?
Okay, well, let's get into this then. Harvey Weinstein.
Ooh, what a dirtbag.
Right. He was found guilty on 2 charges, one of them being rape.
Oh, yeah.
Was told by a judge that he was to report to Rikers Island. But automatically, before he even left the courtroom, started having heart problems, supposedly, having chest pains.
Oh, I'm sure. He was pulling a Fred Sanford.
Right. So he's currently, right now, at the Bellevue Hospital. There has been photos of him lounging in the waiting room, watching television. So some of the social media users, along with his accusers, are questioning whether Weinstein is getting special treatment. As of right now, he's...
Well, what did you say at the beginning? He only got charged with 1 count?
Well, he got charged with 2 counts, one of them being rape.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the other one was.
Yeah, but how many? 100 women? One? You know what I mean? This guy is a scumbag. He manipulated and abused women for years.
Multiple.
So Yes,
Yeah,
I hope you do have a Fred Sanford, you son of a bee.
right. But he's supposed to go back to court on March the 11th, and as of right now, the doctors feel that he would be in better care and hands, I guess, if he stays in the Bellevue hospital until that time.
Okay,
So
amazing.
he said there was a statement that he had made stating that he didn't want to go to Rikers.
Okay.
Well, I would assume that your victims probably didn't want you to sexually abuse them either and rape them, but
Yeah,
did you think about their wants?
right.
I say go to prison and get raped there.
Yeah, nobody wants to go to big boy, put it in my butt prison, but hey, do the crime, pay the time.
Exactly.
Anywho,
Don't feel sorry
yeah,
for him.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry on that one. So what else you got for us, hon?
Well, did you hear about the Jungle Cruise at the Walt Disney?
I was reading an article about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, the Walt Disney cruise got more pleasure ride than what they expected when the boat sank.
Uh-huh.
Passengers struggled from getting wet, and the boat began to fill with water. Fortunately, all passengers were rescued uninjured.
Yeah.
But you and I both know that there's going to be lawsuits for mental anguish. But let's be real. The water was less than 2 feet.
I was gonna say, hopefully you can swim. All you had to do is go. Let me stand up.
Right. So you know that the only thing that really happened is they got their socks and
Unless
shoes
you're
wet.
a comedian and your name is Matt Williams, you probably weren't gonna drown from that.
Right.
I'm just kidding, Matt. I love your comedy.
I just say, the lawsuits are about to start. So all I can say is, oh, this humanity.
Oh yeah. Well, people are gonna sue. I could barely breathe, and I don't know how to swim, and I know it was only 13 inches of water, but my shoe was stuck.
That's why I say there's humanity.
And she's standing there with a 6'7" husband next to her, wearing a size 17-foot shoe.
Yeah.
Who's like, oh, I was holding her up. There was really no issues, but
I had to walk
we're
around
gonna need
Walt
6.5 million.
I had to walk around Walt Disney the rest of the day with wet shoes on.
Yeah.
The mental anguish.
Horrible.
Oh gosh.
You know what? Speaking of silly and dumb stuff, man, I'll tell you what. Something that really, really bugs the shite out of me is our political scheme now. I don't bring it up much, but man, I was watching somebody created a meme that had Joe Biden on there, and Joe Biden is talking somewhere, and it looks like there's a lot of ethnic people in the audience. And his next statement to him was, anyone could achieve anything. Poor kids are just as smart as white kids. Wait, reverse that. Poor kids are just as smart as white kids. Man, has somebody been hiding racism for the last 20-something years in politics? Joe? Huh, Joe? You're getting sleepy on the mic, bro. And everyone's calling Trump racist?
Right.
Why aren't the news media outlets all over that?
Exactly.
Not only that, hey, did you see that not only that, Joe Biden was like, he was talking and he gave props to Trump. And he's like, well, with the re-election, there's no, he lost his train of thought. And he's like, no way we can win, re-elect Trump 2020. And everyone in this crowd was just like,
well, maybe he finally got some sense.
I don't know, but that dude, he has Alzheimer's or something.
It's the smartest thing I've heard him say.
Oh, good Lord. And I actually feel for him. That's sad. Obama, go save your boy. That's a sinking ship. I mean, I know we got the choice between Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden to go against Trump. Man, socialism's looking a lot better. I mean, I'd rather have somebody in there that had a brain than someone who can't even speak a coherent sentence.
Right.
But anyways, I don't want any of them. Let us rule ourselves, live off the earth like Mother Nature intended.
Right. I'm good. I'm down for it.
Let's do it. Everyone that's listening right now, let's get butt naked and let's run out into the woods. Mother Nature is our friend.
I don't know if I want to be butt naked, but I'm.
Dude, I love earthing, man. Do you ever earth?
Well,
there's nothing better like when springtime after a nice rain, your grass is beautiful and green, and you go out there barefoot and you can just feel the energy of the earth coming through your feet, and then you sit down in your shorts, and the next thing you know, you're laying there and the sun's hitting your face and you're absorbing that vitamin K from the sun and you're getting all this synergy with the earth. I mean, there's nothing like it. And I didn't believe in this stuff years ago. And somebody told me to try it. Man, I'm going to tell you, it rejuvenates your body, the sun and the earth, when you just make yourself one with it. It's amazing. I love it. But anyways, give us some more good stuff, girl.
We'll talk about something crazy.
I love crazy.
American daredevil Nick Walinda.
Oh, yeah.
Pronounced it right.
Nick Walinda, yeah.
He walked a tightrope across the crater of an active volcano in Nicaragua.
That's a crazy. Sandinista is from
this
1980.
past Wednesday. It took him 31 minutes total to traverse the boiling lake of lava and spewing gases. The gases were from the volcano ridge, not from Nick, just so you know.
I would have had gas. How big was this tightrope?
This tightrope was 2,083 feet high.
Okay, but was it like 1 inch, a half inch diameter?
Oh,
did it say?
It didn't say.
Oh,
it just said that he walked a tightrope, but he walked 2,083 feet high.
Wow!
And this is one of only 8 in the world that have active lava lakes below. He also previously has walked a high wire across the Niagara Falls. Or Niagara, I don't know how you say it.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls, yes.
The Niagara Falls, fool! Happened tonight.
Yeah. Anyways, it blindfolded. He also walked between 2 towers in Chicago.
Okay.
But he said that this was the longest and most dangerous high wire walk of his life was on this volcano, and it was 1,800 feet across.
I would have thought Chicago would be the dangerous, simply because of the Windy City. You know, I graduated from North Chicago High. I grew up in northern Chicago, so yeah, the winds there they'll push you across the street whether you're fighting it or not.
They call this the mouth of hell. This volcano is also known as the mouth of hell.
Oh, vitamin D. Well, also vitamin K. I just got another message in here. It says, Richard Wheeler, you imbecile. It's vitamin D.
From the sun, yeah.
But it also gives off vitamin K. Yeah.
I was thinking that too, but I thought, well, I know Rich is smarter than me, so I won't try to
I'm not
predict
smart
on that one.
I'm just book smart. I just learn what I read.
But I did know that vitamin D comes from the sun as well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I know there's a Captain K too. He supposedly did 20 and back in the space program.
Okay, so let me tell you this crazy story.
Go ahead.
Wichita, Kansas, or Oklahoma? Your guess is with mine. A man serving 90-year sentence for participating in the 1993 murder of a correctional officer named Mark Avery. 47-year-old Travis Knighton is being charged in another 55-count federal indictment with running a drug ring from his Oklahoma prison cell.
Nice. A dude that's what I call big pimping.
In total, there's 24 defendants that have been brought forth on charges. Knighton is the brain of the operation, said the U.S. Attorney's Office, and on a release on Wednesday. The criminal organization that distributed methamphetamines, heroin, cocaine, and crack cocaine and marijuana was in Wichita, Kansas. So he was in Oklahoma in prison, but running a drug ring in Wichita, Kansas. Is that not strange?
Yeah, that's wild. Well, it just brings me back. I mean, because you know that we're currently working on that Prisons for Profit show that we're going to put out. It's like a mini doc, and man, it's wild. You said that he was running this here in Oklahoma up to Kansas.
No, he's in prison here in McAllister.
Yeah, in McAllister. Right.
But the drug ring is in Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, well, it doesn't put it past me here in Oklahoma, folks. Let me just throw you this little nugget out. We are doing a show. It's like a little documentary. It's called Prisons for Profit, and it won't be out for another month or so. We're really digging deep. We've got a lot of good guests and people. We got stacks and stacks of papers. Oklahoma State alone has the highest incarceration rate, not only in the U.S., but in the entire world. It has a higher incarceration rate than any other country in the world, let alone the states here in the U.S. Now, I know Oklahoma is bad. We have a lot of old laws in the books, some really stupid things. Like if your dog is riding in your car and he jumps on your lap and his nose goes out your window, you get a ticket for like, I think it's reckless driving. Or even if he's in your back seat and the window's cracked and more than 2 inches of his head go out the window, you can be pulled over for reckless driving. Now, could you imagine getting pulled over for that and arguing with the cop?
That's crazy.
I mean, we have some of the stupidest laws here in Oklahoma. But yeah, we have the highest incarceration rate, and we've actually been talking with ex-prisoners, prisoners that are in right now, ex-guards, some government officials, and this is a money game, folks, and it's sad. It's worse than I thought, and hopefully I'm not found dead in my bed from this one, but I mean, we dug some serious dirt up on this, and it is ugly when a state in Oklahoma has more incarcerations yearly than anyone in the world, country, state, city, state, anything. That's sad.
It is sad. Well, this investigation began in April of 2019, and it involved a review of thousands of intercepted messages among the alleged traffickers. It's been reported that Knighton used code words, or slang words, if you will, to avoid being overheard. Like some of the words used, for example, were for like meth. He called it ice hockey, or heroin was referred to Jordan. He called cocaine soda, and sometimes would refer to crack cocaine as hard, or gorilla for marijuana. The U.S. attorney said that this is a very unique case, considering the large scale of criminal drug ring that it was in Kansas, and the shot caller was behind bars in McAlester, Oklahoma, a whole different state than the drug ring itself. My question is, though, what punishment do you really give to an individual that's already incarcerated, serving a 90-year sentence? I mean,
yeah, I don't know. What do you do? Slap him on the hand?
I mean, he's not going to see the light of day anyway, ever again.
Yeah.
And so how are you going to stop him from doing it again?
Yeah, I don't know. It's horrible. It's absolutely, I mean, like I said, it just goes in. I mean, I'm at a loss. I don't know what to say for that, except, man, dude, you went for broke. There's nothing else they can really do to you. You know, I've seen guys in solitary confinement and they're running the entire state. You know what I mean? So if they're going to take, these big guys that go deep, they're going to take care of theirs and their family. They find a way. So, but yeah, it's an interesting story. Good find on that. Give me something juicy and good to eat.
So Judge Judy has decided to step down.
Judge Judy.
She's calling it quits. This comes after a long feud with CBS. Judy and the former head honcho of the network, Les Moonves, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, always used to see eye to eye. However, the new regimen that has taken over, Judy just can't seem to come to terms with them or the new head honcho.
Okay.
Judy has struck a deal with CBS, selling her Judge Judy library for a whopping $95 million.
Wow, you go, girl. What are you, 97? So you got about 2 more years to spend that?
She says that the end date will be between somewhere in 2020 and 2021. CBS will write out the last season, which marks 25 years of her being on air for Judge Judy. So props to Judge Judy on that. 25 years. She has already started working on a new show called Judy Justice, but says it will not air on CBS.
That's kind of a lame name. I think something better like Judy with the Booty on ABC coming this fall.
I don't know if anybody wants to see that old lady's booty.
Well, I don't want to see her booty, but give us a catchier name.
I never really was a fan of Judge Judy.
I was never a fan of it. You know who I was a fan of? And it goes hand in hand with my favorite fast food restaurant back in the 80s. The Whopper and Judge Wapner from the People's Court. I remember I was a kid, man, with my granddad, and we would get down and watch some Judge Wapner. You remember that?
Yeah.
The People's Court?
I love People's Court.
Ooh, wee. You thought, man, everybody wanted to go on that show back. That and Family Feud. Oh, hey, you know another one that they wanted to go on to now that we're on game shows? I'm sorry, my mind goes a million different places. I would have loved to go on the Price is Right back when,
Bob Barker.
man, what, Bobby Boy. And I would like to do that Swiss Hilda climbing the mountain. The one that climbs the
Yeah.
mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to do Prices Right too when Bob Barker was on it.
No diggity, no doubt, man.
It's
That
just
would've
not the
been
same
fun.
show without him. I've tried to watch it, but it's just not the
Yeah.
same. I could imagine being in the stands and then be like, Lisa Ryan, come on down.
You are the next contestant. You would have lost your shizzle.
Oh, I would have.
You'd be like, oh, shizzle, dizzle, I love you, Bob, for Rizzle. Hey, guys, that puts us at about the halfway mark tonight. So with that said, let me give it a Fat Cat Radio a shout out. FCR247.com. It's your place for hot new music and all the best hot new shows. Shows like the Anything Goes Project with Mike Simons, the Big Rich and Little Lisa show, the show you're listening to now. What? And you can also catch other things off of here, like Jimmy Star. His show is phenomenal with Ron Russell. I think they probably got one of the largest, if not the largest, podcast in the world right now. Joe Rogan, you ain't got on Jimmy Star, okay, paisano? Just kidding. I'm just kidding, Joe. Don't have him kill me, buddy. But anyways, with that said, shouts out to BNS Design, sponsor of the Fat Cat Radio. Lise, I got something that's crazy I got to tell you.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
Man, look. So, you know what I do? I work a real job. I'm a real person. I don't make any money doing the social media or the radios. I have no real big, I got a couple little sponsors. We got a little merch shop, nothing crazy. So I work a real job. You know what it is.
Right.
I'm a bread man, folks. I deliver bread for a living. So I'm out and we're delivering bread out in, what was it? Lindsay, Oklahoma, which is south of Maysville, west of Wayne, which is east of Payne. All these names, Oklahoma, huh? Wayne, Payne, Lindsay, and Wayne, my dog. But so anyways, I'm out there, and the girl might be listening tonight. Dollar General manager, okay? What? Or maybe assistant manager, I forget. But she got over 180 people to join the closed group that we have. And this is no joke. She was sporting the BRRS-MEDIA shirt with pride. Like, yo, I'm rocking it. So, man, I just want to, it's crazy to me that to see people wearing that stuff. Like, you got on your BRS hoodie tonight. I'm rocking the Big Rich Show shirt. You know, and you see people wearing the hats. And it's not just friends and family, it's other people. Man, it's just crazy to me. It's like to see your face or your image or your logo of something that you take so much pride in on other people. It was like that time when I met Mr. 1500.
Right.
In Hennessy, Oklahoma. Boom. Dude comes running up wanting a selfie. I'm like, dude, crackhead alert. I'm getting all scared, putting gas in the truck. He's like, Big Rich, man, I'm Mr. 1500. And I'm like, holy crap, I get it.
What was his name?
Man, Sir Gregory Isaac. No, I'm just kidding. It was weird. It had like three.
S. Gregory Ward or something like that.
S. Gregory Ward. That's right. Yeah, Shannon Gregory Ward. Dude, that guy's a nice dude.
He is a nice dude. I've been able to talk with him in Messenger a few times.
Yeah, and if you ever listen, if you're listening tonight, I love you, brother. You're a good guy. We had a good conversation that day, and I've talked to you many a times in Instant Messenger. Dude, patriot. Solid heart, solid person. Just he like when he was telling me his story is like that's the American comeback. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everyone deserves a second chance in life, and I'm a firm believer, even a third chance.
Right. I've spoke with him in Messenger as well, and he's come a very long ways from where he used to be.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Mr. Ward.
Woo woo, Ward in the house. But yeah, that was just crazy. I wanted to share that. I know that it has nothing to do with the radio show tonight, but it's just very humbling.
It is.
And yeah, with that said, man, I know you got some more gooey, funny stuff.
I have another story to tell you. This one, I have a hard time not laughing, so I'm going to try my best to tell you without laughing. In Inglewood, California, Oprah Winfrey is giving a speech about balance, stating wellness to me means all things in balance, and balance doesn't mean all things are equal or at peace at all times. She then steps forward after saying this and loses her balance, landing hard on the stage below, hitting her face. I'm sorry, but I just find it funny because I personally
Oprah
could not stand Oprah.
You can't be going on stage talking about balancing and then falling down on your face.
It was funny, but I mean, of course, her crew came out and helped her up and all that, and she decided she was going to go barefoot the rest of the show to avoid losing her balance again. But this was her 8th stop of a 9-day inspirational tour dubbed Oprah's 2020 Vision on Your Life of Focus.
Oh, wow, okay.
I seen that, like, I seen it on the news. I have TiVo at my house, so like I could rewind. I think I rewinded that 100 times just to watch her fall that many times.
Oh, that's horrible.
She's just an idiot. I can't stand her, but
you know, oh, hold on. We just had another fan text in on the hotline. This is from Mariana Cook.
What's up, Marianne?
First of all, she says, Big Rich, you can get vitamin K, but not from the sun. So I have to concur with Mike Simons. And then she sent me a little link talking about all the greenery and stuff that does provide vitamin K. Thank you. Okay, I get it, guys. I was wrong. But I know that I'm getting vitamin K somewhere if I'm Mother Earth and butt naked and some green leaf free hits my butt. I'm getting vitamin K one way, or is that A&D ointment, or who knows? She also says, my nephew was on The Price is Right, Big Rich, and he was on there when Drew Carey was the host. Awesome.
Drew Carey's still a host, isn't he?
Yeah. So, all right. Okay, yeah, I'm getting a couple of other messages. This one says, cool show so far, the guy. I love the loose format. Thank you. And Mike Simons, this one's personal. Okay. Big Rich, you stupid dummy. You're messing up. Well, thanks. Our boss Twiz did not get with me. So, hey, diddle diddle, twizzle in the middle. Get with me and let me know about these things prior. Love you both. All right, let's see. Anybody else? Looking through here. Just a few people saying hi. Great show. Hi.
Hi to everybody listening, and I'm glad that you came to listen tonight. Yeah, from Little Lisa here at the show.
We're going to, yeah, it's Little Lisa. Little Lisa. We're going to be having a hotline number where you guys can actually call in live during the show. We will be getting that set up, if not next week, the week after. So when you're listening to the show and there's a topic that we're talking about, or we start having our contest live, you'll be able to call in and interact with us that way. Right now, people just kind of instant message me or text me that have my number off the BRRS-MEDIA.com. And with that said, I want to kind of taper off of your Oprah Winfrey story. It's kind of funny with the fall. Not funny. I'm sorry, Oprah, because I love you. I've loved you from the get-go. But it reminded me of another story, and it just slipped my mind. I had it right here on the tip of my tongue, and I wanted to talk about it. Hopefully I'll remember in a minute. But I do know this. I wanted to share this. While we were talking about the prisons for profits, there's a guy here locally. This is a funny story. Local Oklahoma resident, and I'm going to leave his name anonymous because I don't want to share it. I don't make him look like the fool. Was sitting around the house getting high on some medical marijuana the other night. He noticed, man, I don't have any money in my pockets and I'm broke. But I sure could go for a cold glass of milk and some sweet snacks. So he starts rummaging and breaking in houses on his street that he lives in. He breaks into the house and he ends up stealing about $20 worth of Little Debbie products and a cold glass of milk. When said guy was apprehended, he's like, look, man, I was just high and had the munchies, dude. I needed a cold glass of milk and something sweet to eat. You know, that's what you got to love about the weed heads, man. They're not trying to break in and touch your booty or steal your gold necklace. They just want a little Debbie smack and a cold glass of milk. Or as Michael Jackson used to say, little diabetes.
Speaking of that, like, I don't have all the details because this is kind of like a spur of the moment thing, but I remember reading this a couple of years ago. There was a gentleman that had broke in to a house, and I'm sure he was going to rob him for more than just Little Debbie snacks. But anyhow, he got into the garage that had a, electric door or whatever, and it shut down behind him. But he was not able for some reason, he was not able to get into the house from the door entry from the garage.
Oh.
So he was stuck inside this garage for, I think it was like 3 or 4 days, 5 days, while the people that lived there were on vacation. The only thing in that garage at that time, besides, tools and your random crap, was a bag. I believe it was dog food. So that's what he ate because, he was hungry. This gentleman was rescued when the owners come home. He turned around and sued the owners of this house for mental anguish because he had to eat dog food, and won. He won. I do not remember what the amount was, but Google it, people. I'm telling you, honest God's truth.
Is that the state of Oklahoma?
I don't remember exactly where it was because, like I said, I read this a couple of years ago.
We'll put anybody in prison, and if they break into your home and get locked and have to eat dog food, we will reward them with all your money.
He sued them, and he actually won, and it was a large sum of money.
Horrible.
Like, I can't remember exactly, but it was in the thousands, I believe.
That is crazy.
He actually won. He broke into their house. It was crazy, but you can Google it. There was another story. A lady had bought one of those fifth wheel campers that you drive, and she put it on cruise control and went in the back to make herself a sandwich. Mm-hmm. Well, there's nobody driving the vehicle. Okay. The vehicle gets into an accident, tumbles, rolls, whatever. She sues the company that made the vehicle because they did not explain to her that cruise control meant that it was in control of the speed. She thought cruise control drove the vehicle. She also won that.
Oh, shut your mouth.
No, she won. She won.
Oh, Lord have mercy on these people.
It makes me wonder exactly whether she should have been driving it at all. How did she get a license? They should probably put that on the testing. Please explain to me what cruise control is. A, B, C.
There used to be this thing called Cracker Jacks. You got a prize. She might have got her license out of that.
She might have. My daughter had Cracker Jacks just a month or so ago. She never had it before.
Oh, yeah?
And she was excited to see the prize. And then when she got the prize, she's like, this is the prize. When I was a kid, I was all excited about the prize. But nowadays, kids got iPhone 11s and stuff. So these little stickers and stuff don't mean nothing to them.
Right.
But she never heard of Cracker Jacks until just about a month ago.
Guess what?
What you got for me, Rich?
I think it's that time, folks.
Time for what? Time for what?
For the Where's the Beef segment.
Oh, let's do it.
What do you think? Are everybody ready for some Where's the Beef?
Beef bourguignon.
Where's the beef?
Beef stroganoff.
Where's the beef?
Sizzling beef. Spicy braised beef. Barbecued beef ribs. Beef Wellington.
Let's get it.
Pepper beef. Beef.
Hey, where's the beef?
Do you see where I'm going with this?
I don't sleep on no beef. We ain't sleeping no niggas. You know I'm on top of everything, nigga. I come on your street.
So, folks, right there, we got your segment of the week. Where's the beef? This one's taking us back to the time when I was rolling on the streets. Din, 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 din. Din, 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 din. Ice, baby. This was going back to Vanilla Ice and Suge Knight. Supposedly there was some beef. Well, I think the beef went one way, and that was Suge Knight wanting Vanilla Ice's money and Vanilla Ice caving in. So, story has it that Vanilla Ice was in LA, I guess, doing the Arsenio Hall show. Does anybody remember that? The Dog Pound, Arsenio Hall. Kind of made a slight comeback for like 3 episodes and then was off the air. Kind of like Roseanne. But anyways, story goes, and if you don't know, most people do know this story and a lot don't. Vanilla Ice was in town doing a show for the Arsenio Hall show. And after the show, Suge Knight met up with him after a club, after hours, doing their thing. You know how the nightlife is in LA. They were in a hotel room. Everything was, you know, people were getting drunk or doing this. And Suge takes Vanilla back into a room and basically has his boys shake him down and hang him over a balcony. And they were on the, supposedly, in the top floor of the suite. And they're hanging Vanilla Ice over this, saying that we're going to be your new managers. We're, you know, you're going to leave who you're with. You're going to sign with us. And that's how the story goes. To this day, Suge Knight denies it. And to this day, Vanilla Ice has been on numerous talk shows saying, yes, this did happen. So that's the Big Lisa and Little Richie show. The Big Rich and Little Lisa's. Where's the beef? Beef of the week.
I like that.
Yeah.
Big Lisa, Little Richie.
Yeah, I know. I need to be Little Richie. Little Richard. Hey, we're gonna play some music for you. So what'd you think about that? Did you ever hear that story before?
I haven't. That was the first I ever heard it.
Yeah. Suge Knight was shaking him down, man. You know, so I like that. Hey, there's Marion Cook giving us another little shout out there. We appreciate that. Thank you, Marion. I'm gonna repeat what you said, but we love you and thank you, honey. So do you have any Suge Knight stuff that you, I mean, you know, the guy was a hardcore gangster. Supposedly he was there the night that Tupac supposedly was shot up in the Las Vegas boxing event. He supposedly, you know, took and controlled Dre, and that's why Dre left and created his own record label. That he controlled Snoop Dogg, and Snoop was like a prisoner to this guy until he went and signed with what's that big Southern rapper's name that was super popular? He would always be riding around on tanks. I think his name begins with a J, or there's a J in there. But anyway, Snoop Dogg said, man, I didn't know what it was like to make money until I signed with them. They showed me how I could keep it all. He goes, basically, I was a slave to the music business with Suge. So that dude wasn't nothing but a thug, man, from back in the day.
It doesn't sound like anybody good.
No, that's crazy, man. We talked about that. I did a show about, is Tupac still with us, and Biggie Smalls, back when I very first started doing the podcast and the YouTube shows. And we reflected. I had Nikki B on, and he was pretty knowledgeable, and he brought a great yin and yang to that show, and we had a good time doing that. And man, that's the wild stories behind Tupac, Biggie, and all them. I mean, there's stuff that you don't really hear about every day from. I mean, excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. Quincy Jones and his involvement with them, and you know, the Suge Knight deal, and Tupac getting out of prison and going, you know, because Tupac's music back in the day when he was with Digital Underground was very positive, and he spun a very positive, you know, persona, and he wanted to get, you know, Brenda's having a baby and those songs like that. And it seems like after his stint in prison, when he came out, it was all thug life, and you know, his whole attitude changed when he got with Suge Knight, and that's unfortunate, man. And if he's dead, you know, God rest, you know, his soul. And if he's not, and he's alive, living somewhere, kudos to you, man. Tell Elvis I said what's up, and have Bob Marley roll me a fatty man. So, have you started looking into any new scoops for next week or anything interesting?
You know that I don't tell my secrets to you until Sunday night.
What?
Well, at least it's all quiet, hush, hush over
Yeah,
here.
I can see that. That's dirty. Guys, tonight we're going to have something special for you, too. Before we go tonight, I've got an independent artist. And I know that this artist has this particular song that I'm going to play has never been aired anywhere in the U.S. or the world. It might have got a little bit of underground circulation, but this is an independent. Every week we're going to try and highlight an independent artist from around the country. And I chose this one tonight, and I'll tell you after you listen to it why I chose this one. And it kind of hits close to home. And I think it's a great song. When I hear it, I hear it on the radio, and I feel like I got my windows down, and I'm rolling down the freeway when I hear this song.
Is the wind blowing in your hair?
Okay, white girl. Windows down, hair blown. But yeah, this one hits kind of close to home. So with that said, we're going to take a couple of minutes here, and I'm going to play this song for you. And I'll just give you the initials of the group. It's MHM. Okay? And the name of the song is Cowgirl.
Hey, yo, welcome. Kiddo.
Oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride like a cowgirl, yeah. Every night, every night, every night, every night, go to town, girl.
She's a cowgirl, baby, and you know it ain't no question. She's a champ and she gon' ride it, but for more than 8 seconds. Hot damn, she's a blessing, and you know that she ain't stressing. Make you wanna eat her up like some cornbread dressing. Them thighs and them hips, walking by licking lips. And them Daisy Dukes, no pussy fist like that shit. Fuck around and you gon' make pussy fist bite that shit. Jump up on that Peterbilt, yeah, she drive that stick. Yeah, she soften like the cuddle, big ol' booty like a bubble. It's some sumac in them bushes, but I gotta taste that honeysuckle. Butter on them biscuits, let me eat that bowl of grits. And you better eat it all, cause if you don't, she have a fit. She's a cowgirl.
Oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride like a cowgirl, yeah. Every night, every night, every night, every night, go to town, girl, yeah. Oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride like a cowgirl, yeah. Every night, every night, every night, every night, go to town, girl, yeah.
She grab me like a cowgirl anytime I want it. She always really horny, shawty love the way I bone it. Certified freaky, sound a little weird doggy. Ass fat like a donkey, and she bouncing like a froggy. Love the way she wiggle, make it jiggle, then she drop it low. She be pouncing on me like a tiger while I'm squeezing throat. She love to be choked, the hardy squeeze, she just wants more. Pussy leaking, flooding down my dick, that's how it go, you know. And I swear I love it too, I think it's fantastic. When lil' mama get up on me, had that thing clapping. She bout that action, I ain't playing, she the baddest on the dick like a rodeo, working it like magic.
Oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride like a cowgirl, yeah. Every night, every night, every night, every night, go to town, girl, yeah. Oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride like a cowgirl, yeah. Every night, every night, every night, every night, go to town, girl, yeah.
Hey, yo, welcome. Kiddo.
Oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride like a cowgirl, yeah. Every night, every night, every night, every night, go to town, girl, yeah. Oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride, oh, she ride like a cowgirl, yeah. Every night.
There you go, folks. That's Cowgirl by M8M. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know I love that song. Like I said, when I hear that, I can just imagine it's spring or summertime, and I'm out in the country just rolling down the freeway highways. You know, I don't know. That song just touched me. And one of the main reasons, and another big reason that I did choose this song to start it off tonight, and why I said that it hits close to home, is that's my family. That's my nephew. All right, that's his group. That's my blood. And he's been in this game 18 years. Has never been signed. I was just talking to him last week. He's caught a lot of hard rocks in his life, man. Been hit right in the jaw on a lot of stuff. His music is great. He's a lyrical, he's a product. He's a phenom. His writing, his skills. And, I've used some of his songs in the past on my closings and my outros of some shows. But this one hit home tonight, and I've never given him any props out loud. And tonight, after I got off the phone with him, I said, man, what are you doing? How's your music coming? How's this album coming? And he's like, I just had to give up on it, man. He goes, I'm trying to provide for my daughter. His ex-wife left. He can't keep the job market is so volatile in the field that he's in Tennessee. It's kind of like the oil fields here in Oklahoma. When they're booming, we're all booming. When they're not booming, everyone feels the effects. Yeah. And that's kind of what they're feeling in Tennessee right now. And if you guys like that, hit us up on our website. Hit me up at the Big Rich Show, BRRS-MEDIA on Facebook. Let Little Lisa and I know. If you're a friend of Little Lisa, let her know. So I want to give some positive feedback, even some negative feedback. I don't care. It ain't going to hurt his feelings, man. He's got skin tougher than an alligator. I just want him to know that this is out there and there are other artists that are struggling. He's not alone. And with that said, we're coming up about on the hour mark of our show tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed the ride with us, folks. I know this is going to keep getting better. I promise you. Little Lisa, I'm going to let her throw out a couple of more things before we go tonight. But just know, every week we're going to bring you Where's the Beef? We're going to highlight an independent artist. And we're also going to keep trying to bring the funny or entertaining gossip that we heard throughout the week. Lise, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I want to say to the people of Tennessee that were affected by this tornado that came through, from Big Rich and myself, our prayers are with you guys. And man, I'm sorry. I seen the devastation on the news that you guys are enduring from that tornado. And I just want you to know that our hearts are with you guys and our prayers are always with you. And I'm kind of just speechless, really. I just want to let you guys know that, all the way over here in Oklahoma, we're thinking and caring about you guys there in Tennessee.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. So you know what? I'm not going to say anything else. With that said, folks, God bless, stay safe, and have a great night.
Bitch, I'm going in like it's curfew, and you know I keep that loud on me like it's perfume. Real shit, the other rappers fake like cartoons. I just killed the game, it'll be riding in a hearse soon. Got a lot of different styles like I'm Paul Mitchell. I ain't with that mumble shit, the rap industry got some issues. You can jump into the Grand Canyon and drag your fans with you, because on the real, homie, the real ones, they won't miss you. I'm sick of young thugs and the little yachties. Where my UGK's at, where my profit posse, where the player flies, where the killer clan causes. I'ma keep it underground, you can keep that Maserati. And we have to be the illest shit you ever saw. Got my nephew B-Reezy on the track and we killing y'all. Ignorant with the flow, crashing through your bitches like bowling balls. Get them ghosts, and we don't give a fuck who you call.
You had no idea what we were gonna dispense. We had to let the verbally murderous lyrics commence. We skip the dust in the vents and we go straight for the dance. And I got a hats off to the rest of my gents.
It's game over, time to put it in the cemetery. Got the army growing stronger, yeah, I know it's scary. Got the fam in the building, yeah, that's legendary. I guess it runs in the blood, it's hereditary.
Brad on the track, and I'm glad to be back. I'm here to lyrically attack back all the haters talking smack. I got malevolent motherfuckers all up in my vicinity, and if I can't get any peace, I won't be keeping a G. I'm a little sick and twisted. We don't wanna spit, this shit is listed. Quit telling me I am not gifted. I'm far from home, but I am not drifting. And it's just my luck that I slipped up to get bugged, but I gave up cause I couldn't even get a motherfucking decent plug. They say I'm bad luck, and I'm probably bad vibes, but I still scroll up and down my bitches like a TV guide. Girls are looking pretty, and girls are looking fine. Let's skip the conversations, let's make them mine. Yeah, we up in Oakland. It's a party night. We got some weed, fucking smoke, we feel alright. And if you ain't down to hang with us, then what's the fucking point of even wanting to try?